Y'all, Gretchen Grundler pissed me off so bad this episode, but what we can expect with a shape-shifting yellow man and now a bird brain Gretchen, this is going to be an epic season of From, you guys. Pick me up in the McLaren, Daddy. Annie, in fact, is not okay. I just honestly want to know, is he still puffing on the pipe?
One day you come over, stay a couple days.
Welcome back to the channel, y'all. We are back to talk From season 4, episode 1. Y'all have been waiting. I have been waiting for this, and I'm so glad we're back in the Fromville. We're going to get answers this season, damn it. And also, ahead of the premiere, we've also gotten word that a 5th and final season has already been greenlit, and so we are good to go, but season 5 will be our last season, and so we are going to have to reach an ultimate resolve by then, and I could not be more excited. Now, before we get into the events of episode 1 of season 4, let's do a really quick catch up just so y'all are up on game as far as what's happened. Sarah, psycho killer, took Big Sleepy's eye and they found Fatima. We found out that the demons don't die. Smiley is yet alive, and Fatima, that's exactly who she gave birth to. All right. The Ankui crew, Jade and Tab, have apparently been coming back here for centuries to try to save the Ankui kids, the Ankui crew, because their parents sacrificed them for eternal life, aka Smiley. And that's why they can't die, they multiply. All right. Brother Daddy, of course, came back with Tab. And so now Victor has a father and they are going to see how this bond is going to work. Julie is a story walker. All right. So that means she can come in and out of time, apparently. And that's why we saw her at the end when Jim was throated by Big Bird there. And so that's what we learned about her. Jim, aka Pinocchio, aka Worst Father of the Year, is a goner. And Big Sleepy, aka Elgin, is eyeless. That's where we're at in a nutshell. So, as episode opens up, Big Bird, the man in yellow, is of course talking to Jim, and I really liked you. I really felt like you always tried really hard, and I want to know what he tried hard at, because it wasn't at being a father and it wasn't at being a husband. So what did Jim really try out? And of course, Julie is there trying to change the story, and Big Bird says, listen, you come back and you do this every single time, and you know that you can't change what's already been written. There are clues this episode, y'all. And if this is Once Upon a Time-esque, if we are living in a Storybrooke, Fromville, and it can be erased or rewritten, I need to know. These are questions that need answers, but I really do have a theory about this because it's always a story, especially by the man in yellow. So is he the author? I don't know, y'all. Drop it in the comments and let me know what you think about this. But you always try to come back and change the story. Next thing we know, Julia is gone and he's digging up a suitcase that he's got somewhere. And also, again, if we're in Neverland, just say that the whole time. I just really need to know. We see that a new person is entering Fromville, and I'm like, what the hell? We don't need no more people. We just got damn top cop Karen here. We do not need any new people. I'm over it. Fatima is breaking down. She's dealing with postpartum. She gave birth to the demon entity. And also she's trying to tell them about the deal the people made, the bargain for eternal life. But she doesn't have all of the details, but we as the audience thankfully do. Fatima at this point is just gone in the head. She feels all sort of resentment and hurt because I gave birth to this baby. I have no clue where it's at, but also no one believed me. Y'all thought I was eating trash just for the fun of it. I wasn't. She's kind of hysterical. Kenny's there, Ellis is there. They're trying to calm her down, but to no avail. She's just like, I'm trying to wrap my head around it. Ellis is like, Kenny, go find Boyd. Let's figure out what's going on. Boyd is still down below the surface, watching Smiley, and Smiley watching him, and we watching each other. Kenny is walking down there very loudly with a loud flame in said lantern. And I said, oh, you want to get ate up, Kenny? Boyd catches him and is like, listen, zip it, blow out that light. Let's get out of here. We got to hurry. Next thing we do is see Smiley. Kenny's, how the hell are you alive? Boyd says, I'll tell you later. let's just get the hell out of here. Because how is he still here when we killed him? I was there when we killed him. Mullet and Donna see Sarah covered in blood. Donna already knows what's going on, but Mullet has no idea what has just happened. And Sarah's like, listen, I should probably go home. I had to help out because Boyd didn't know what it was going to take. And listen, I'm here. She's the number one hitter, y'all. If you need something done, call Sarah because she has no qualms. All right. And somebody had to do it. Now we see Bleak Sleepy in there bleeding out and eyeless. And so Mullet's got to go in and try to fix him up some kind of way. He thought everything, anyway, just useless. And Big Sleepy is there. And now he's finally going to get some attention. But first, we have to deal with Top Cop Karen, who is pointing her unloaded blicky at everyone, knowing she ain't got no bullets. Girl, sit down and shut up. No, you can't come in here. Are you sure? Are you going to do? Look what you did to him. Girl, please find something to do. Because the selective amnesia is beyond me, girl. You actually took somebody out, sister. Your first night there. Leave it to a top cop Karen. No, they're going to do it every single time. And of course, now we have the questions around when they see Big Sleepy, how is the community going to respond? How are they going to react? Because they don't really know what was going on in there. So now back to Big Bird. Like I said, he's got a suitcase buried and he's changing clothes. I said, is he staying a while? What is he doing at this point? Boyd is back at the station with Kenny and he's counting bullets, asking Kenny for a final head count. Because who all gonna be there? Because we need an exit strategy. He said, shut up and give me that head count. He's basically in a state of hopelessness now. He feels like the one win they ever had, which was taking out Smiley, was never a win. If they don't die, there's no hope of survival here. And at some point, they want to be able to choose how they go out. He said he done already lost his wife, damn near lost his son, he lost so many other people. He just can't handle it anymore. And Kenny's like, oh, I got the count, but let's just wire it back on and see if we can figure this out. And I'm proud of Kenny. We know Kenny lost his mom last season, and I was really wondering how long his angst was going to last. It lasted just a little while, and now he's fully back in control mode. And I love that for us. Now, what I will say, the special effects makeup in this eye is insanity, y'all. From where y'all going with this? What are we doing this season? Because that eye is hanging on by a literal thread. Tabitha, the absentee parent, is finally getting home to her kids and it's getting dark. And so they're like, where's dad? Where's Jim? Oh, he's fine. They were like, I thought he was here with you. No, didn't he go with you? Yeah, but we got separated. Tabitha, please be serious. You don't know where your husband is and you don't know where your kids are half the time. They're worried. Where is he? What's going on? And Tabitha's so assured that Jim will be back, even though she hasn't heard from him since this whole thing. Now we have a runaway car riding down the streets of Fromville and crashing into the sheriff's station. And we see her and basically the Bible saving her neck from being severed. And then we have a man driving the car. She says it's her father. They're trapped. She says he has a seizure while they was driving and that's why they crashed and we need to save him. So everybody's out. We get to see Brotherhood of the Night's Watch and his scar. We see Nurse Crackhead come out. Everyone's here to save the day and looking at the pattern around these seizures when certain people come to town and how it disproportionately affects some people and not others. So everyone is run to their aid to try to help them. The town jumps in right there and Gretchen is going to be a problem. I immediately felt it, right? So now Jade and Tab running to the rescue and Jade with the salt and pepper, honey, looking like somebody's zaddy. And I'm excited about that. So now things have calmed down a little bit. We're going to get them to the little medical outpost that they have there in the Fromville. And the kids, Tab's kids are like, all right, enough is enough. Where is dad? Oh, he's fine. And I'm like, girl, why are you lying to these kids? You don't know that he's fine. And finally, Ethan's like, is he dead? Is dad dead? No, it's all about what you believe in the Fromville and night. And I'm like, Tabitha, is you cool? Are you all right? We get a confrontation between Boyd because finally he's making it to Fatima and Ellis to talk to them and debrief about everything that's happened. And of course, check on Fatima and Top Cop Karen is like, get your hands off me. I see what you did to him. Is this how you treat your people? You think you're some martyr? Girl, go to hell. You've been here for 2 seconds and already killed somebody. Who do you think you are? She goes to the diner and now the Fromville is playing songs for her. And I said, ho, stay over there. Stay exactly over there. That's what you need to be, away from the public. Donna tells Boyd, listen, we need to talk. And Boyd says, come on, it's fine. Come with us. We have new visitors in the town. It was an accident. It was a whole thing. But come up here. You need to hear this. They, at this point, tell Fatima that she gave birth to the demon Smiley baby. And she's mortified. Donna's like, what the hell? And Boyd, he's on the brink of madness and losing it. Mullet finally has to talk to him and say, listen, we can deal with a lot of stuff. We can deal with Big Sleepy and the eye. We can deal all that. What the people cannot deal with is you having a meltdown and breaking down fully. Fatima is still pissed off because Mullet, you didn't believe me. I tried to tell y'all what it was. I didn't feel seen. I didn't feel heard. And we learn about this bargain again. She reiterates that information. Now we get over to Gretchen, aka Laura Ingalls, aka Little House on the Prairie, at the medical center, and she's talking to Kenny, and Kenny's educating her on the town and what this is. And she starts quoting scriptures. And I said, all right, girl, what is your motivation? Kenny falls asleep. And I'm like, why do you fall asleep around strangers? I don't understand it. But in that moment, she goes in the room with her daddy and lays hands on him. And I said, oh, she has the gift of healing. She's about to raise him up. She raises him up to basically say, thank you. I appreciate it. I know your motives were pure and I'm about to have the best time of my life, because come to find out, Gretchen is Big Bird. Man in the yellow suit is the author, if you will, of all this confusion, and is about to play with the people of Fromville. We needed that. But here is the rub, because if this is in fact true, if the Big Bird man in yellow suit is the author of whatever book or story that we're in, has he been coming in and out of the story this whole time? If so, he was the old lady last season that I told y'all was bad, in my opinion. I think he's been visiting and playing this game over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. He says, this is my favorite part because this is where they tear themselves apart. And I said, we have to defy gravity, guys. I need y'all to come on and do something real. I am also going to leave you guys with a glossary of my characters, because I know some of you get so thrown off when I don't use the characters' proper names. I don't, and I won't. I will put this in the description as well so you have it as a reference. But Big Sleepy is Elgin. Mullet is Christy. Brotherhood of the Night's Watch is Randall. Top Cop Karen is Acosta. Brother Daddy is Henry. Nurse Crackhead is Marielle. Little House on the Prairie, aka Gretchen, is Sophia. All right. Those are the nicknames that I have on record at this point. They may evolve, they may grow throughout the season, so beware. But thank you guys so much for watching. Please be sure to comment, subscribe, do all of the things for your girl. All right. Hype the video, do all that. And drop it in the chat if you are ready to get into Fromville this season, if you're going to be back every single week. Not only are we doing live uploads, we will also be doing regular uploads as well. So make sure that you are there. Be there or be square. I think this season is going to be a fun time. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see y'all in the next video.